Eddie, please share with us, what were you doing before you became a real estate investor?
I was actually a film producer back in California, and I did that for quite some time, for about 4 or 5 years. And it was going great, but I needed a change. I was about to get married pretty soon at that time, and I just didn't want to have the craziness of Hollywood in our lives. So we decided to move to Texas, and it seemed like the natural transition for me would be to get into real estate investing.
And why did it make you become a real estate investor at the time? Why did it make you choose real estate?
Believe it or not, Olivia, there's a lot of similarities between filmmaking and real estate investing. There's a lot of the same concepts. You start with a script, you option the script, like you have an option period, you have an option period for the script. They're usually a little longer because it takes a very long time to get a movie going, but it's the same process. It's a very similar process. You have comps. You choose your actors based on the comps, just like you choose your selections based on the comps. And you essentially put the whole package together, and then you do the production side of it, the filmmaking, the actual filming. And that's when you have what I would consider the actual construction of a house. So I thought that it would be something that I would really enjoy. It's something that my parents used to do when I was very little. And I really have taken a really big joy in what I do.
And what was your aha moment when you came to the network, to the event itself?
My biggest aha moment was hearing Phil Grove talk, and he came up with some really interesting ways to get deals either under contract or to monetize them. And I always knew just, okay, well, you pay a realtor to find you a property, you buy the property, and that's it. There's so many other ways to get properties in real estate. And the greatest part that I learned was that you didn't even need a lot of money to start as a real estate investor. There's other things you could do to provide value, to provide deals and get things going. So I really learned a lot from that. That would be my biggest aha moment, was figuring out that there were so many other avenues that you could take to get involved in real estate investing.
We did made a drone video of the neighborhood and the construction itself. So love for you to share that with us, what's going on here, and this is the video.
Yeah, we're actually right now grading the lot because as you can see, we're pretty close to finishing the house, and now we're going to start working on the landscaping and on the driveway. So that's kind of what the guys were working on right there. This is a 2,400 square foot house, living space. And if you can see in the back there, we actually sold the back part of the lot to another investor so that he could build houses there that we had already gotten plans and permits for. It was just another exit strategy for us to monetize it and to get some money out and reinvest it into not only this property, but other properties as well.
Fantastic. And how far are you from downtown Austin from this property?
We're about 10 minutes away from downtown. This is in Crestview in Austin, and Crestview is a fantastic place to invest in because you're close to everything. You're 10 minutes away from downtown. You're 10 minutes away from the Domain, probably closer. It's very close by to Crestview.
Well, that's great. So you sold the back. Why did you decide to sell versus build that as well?
And that's a great question. So we could have built, but when we started looking at the options, the amount of time it would have taken us to build the back lot and the amount of money that it would have cost us, it made more sense for us to just sell that part to the investor and monetize that, get the funds, because we still made a very good profit off of that, and re-inject that portion of cash into the deal itself, and then again into other properties that we bought nearby.
Fantastic. That's great. And of course, we actually made the video of the house inside as well. Love for you to share. Why did you choose the appliance or some of the things that I have see here inside the property already?
Absolutely. So that is a big, beautiful glass door with metal iron framing. So it's covered right now because we want to protect it. But we chose the flooring. Right now we're putting the finishing touches, so that's why you see everything covered. We want to be very careful. We don't want to chip wood. The flooring is all it's white oak, so it's very highly desirable type of luxury wood. And we got appliances that are going to be installed there, thermadors, which is the higher end. And again, this speaks to the area. We want to make sure that we provide something in the area that is, that fits with what other people are doing. This is a house that sold for a good amount of money. We already got it pre-sold. So the expectations are a little higher.
Okay. And so this is another bedroom right here?
It's another bedroom. Yeah, the buyer asked us to paint that room green for a new baby that they're having.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So are they helping you guys to pick the tiles and the colors?
No, we had that already picked. It was just a matter of them just asking for a couple little changes here and there. Minor stuff.
And I see a lot of windows. Is that to bring the light in? Why did you choose those?
Absolutely. People love big windows. We love installing big windows. It's one of those things that I try to build my house with as many windows as possible, a lot of natural light.
And I did see a little porch in the back as well.
Yes, yeah, there's a pretty large porch that when you walk out there, you, again, place to entertain, you get to have some fun there.
Thank you so much for sharing, and this is a beautiful construction. And so I heard that this is already pre-sold?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we are love to know the numbers on this property. How much did you buy this property for?
So I bought that lot for $565,000. The whole lot.
Okay.
I sold, to put in perspective, the back lot, just that back portion, for $407,000.
Wow. Is it going to have 2 addresses on the lot?
Yes, because it's a corner lot. It's going to have 2 completely separate addresses. It will never feel like it's an actual condominium. Okay. Because we had to create a condominium so that we could build the front house and the back house and sell them separately.
And what is the budget for this construction?
Well, because we're only building the front house now, the budget was a little under $700,000. So $689 was our budget to build what we just built.
And are you able to stay on budget?
Yeah, we got that budget after the craziness of the market and lumber going up and everything. So we were kind of expecting that.
What did you learn? What was a challenge with this particular project itself?
The biggest challenge was the city of Austin permitting the permit. I learned something new every time. I've done over 100 deals now in the 6.5 years that I've been doing this. And for some reason, every single time I learned something new about dealing with the city of Austin.
Or in any other city in Texas, when you start a new construction, they always try to hold you back a little bit to make sure we are follow some rules that I sometimes don't agree with it. They do make our life hard in many ways, but in the end, you are building an amazing house over there. And how many deals are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm working on 12 deals, 12 new construction projects just like this one.
And all of these in Austin?
All of these are in Austin.
Wow. And how did you find this particular one that we're talking about right now?
So this one, and this is the importance of networking, in my opinion. I have a very good realtor friend that we work together a lot, and he let me know that this person, he actually lives in Creston. He let me know that this person was selling the house. So sure enough, that I stopped by, it looked like a good deal. They wanted what I paid for, and they were pleased, and that was it.
Did you negotiate the price, or did you say, you look at the comp like this is worth it?
The comps to me show that it was worth it, absolutely. They wanted $565, and we paid $565.
Okay. So, as a Brazilian, I think I always try to renegotiate, but the fact that you look at the comp, you saw all the potential there, you didn't even need to renegotiate the price.
Well, Phil likes to say, pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered, right? So once we run the numbers and you see the profit margins, or maybe not, right? We're going to get there soon. But I think you'll see why I didn't need to renegotiate.
Eddie, please share with us, how much has real estate transformed your life?
Oh, in so many ways. It's hard to even describe because it's a way of living now for me. It's something that I do full time as a business. It's something that I have a big passion for. I absolutely love doing it. And it also has given me the not only the financial freedom, but the time freedom, which to me is the most important part of all, because we can never get time back. Now I'm able to go on vacation with my family without having to worry about clocking in or clocking out or telling anybody where I have to be.
And the beauty is, even when we are travel, we are able to close deals, continue to work in some of our projects. And so I travel all the time, and I do take advantage of that. The fact that I don't have to be on site doing the job itself. So how often do you take a vacation now?
I probably should take more, but I take about 3 a year. And now I have 2 small children. So to me, a lot of it is taking them to Disney World. We took them on a Disney cruise. Now we're going on another cruise in February. So it's nice to be able to just get out. I do like to work though. I'm a busybody. I don't like to, just be out too long. So I like to get back to work and go to the properties, see how the guys are doing and how things are going. And so I try to get very involved.
When you say you help people, how do you help as an investor?
In many different ways, because it depends on who you're talking to. I love helping people in the sense of not only providing an opportunity for people to work with me, employing people, giving investors an opportunity to invest their money, that they get their money back and then some, obviously. But I also really enjoy working with sellers. And the seller, there's a lot of sellers that we run into on a regular basis that are really in need of selling their home for XYZ reason. They've gone through hard financial hardships, or they have lost a family member. I've dealt with all these types of people that have been very, very thankful. There was one person in particular that was one of the owners of a property that had 40 heirs attached to it.
Wow.
And it took me 6 months, but we were able to get this property sold for her, because for 10, 15 years, she was not able to find anybody that would sell the house because there were 40 people attached to it. So that was something that I really, I enjoy helping people.
I love it because we not just transform our life, but we do work with a lot of seller that is into a lot of stress, and we do transform neighborhoods as well. As you are right now in one of the hottest place in Texas, and you have 12 deals, and this is all residential or multifamily and commercial?
These are all residential properties.
Do you have any other family member that works with you in the real estate business?
No, not really. My wife helps a lot, you know, in terms of just being the go-getter and also giving me somebody to bounce ideas off of and talk to. But I'm the one that really kind of leads along.
How many deals have you done since you became a real estate investor with us?
So I've been a real estate investor for 6.5 years, like I said, and I have done well over 100 deals. I think I'm by 117 right now.
And do you mind share with us how much money did you make so far?
I have made a large sum of money, I would say. You know, without being too specific, I've made, you know, my net worth is in the 8-figure range.
Okay. And do you have any plan to retire soon?
No, I mean, can I? Probably, but I love what I do. I enjoy it. It gives me freedom. It gives me peace of mind. I like helping people. I feel like this is something that helps people out a lot. And it's something that I truly enjoy.
Do you ever plan to go into the multifamily and commercial as well?
Yeah, actually I did. I did work on some multifamily deals. Actually, Phil and Shanoa were involved in that. So we did a 28-unit apartment complex very close to this property, actually. And we just finished it. So we're done with that for now.
So do you feel a little bit more challenged to work on the multifamily versus the residential? Why did you have 12 deals on the residential? And when do you see adding more multifamily and commercial in as well?
I really enjoyed the commercial aspect of it. So with commercial real estate, you deal with a lot more people. Everything is just bigger, larger. But a lot of the things were very similar to things I had already dealt with before. I don't only do new construction, I also do rehabs and fix and flips. So that was something that was very similar in that regard. I had to do a remodel of 28-unit apartment complex, and we were able to do that and sell each unit individually to condo conversions. So it's very similar. It wasn't that different for me to say that I liked one versus the other. Obviously, I put a lot more time into the 28-unit apartment buildings. I like the ease of once you get through the city of getting the permits.
Yeah.
Then with talking about residential here, you get to go, it's all kind of step by step. You do the foundation, then you do the framing, then you do the siding, the windows. It all kind of goes step by step, and I like the sort of the repetitiveness about it.
I completely agree with you. Thanks for sharing with us. And Eddie, were you able to quit your job?
Yes. I was able to quit my job, and not only was I able to quit my job, I quit my whole career. I quit where I lived. I was living in California, and I moved all the way here to Texas. And I get asked a lot by a lot of my friends, hey, when are you going to go back and work in film again? When are you going to produce a movie? And I tell them, I'm too busy. I'm enjoying my life right now as a real estate investor.
Do you ever see yourself going back beyond film producer in that industry again?
As a film producer, I don't think I'll ever go back. If it's a few buddies of mine that they want to get together and grab a camera, I'll be happy to do that. But I love what I do too much now to switch and do something else.
How many years were you in school to be in the industry that you were before?
So I was in school for 4 years to do what I was doing before, which was writing and filming.
And how many years did you work on that?
I worked for 5 years.
So now you're doing real estate for 6 years or so, and you don't see yourself retire anytime soon. Why do you think is that? You spend more time in many ways studying on that career, now you don't even want to touch that. And here you are with a brand new career in your hands, and you have all this passion. What would you say for the people at home, that are going to school or trying to decide what do they want to do for their lives versus becoming a real estate investor?
I would tell anybody to at least look into it. Do what I did. Start with reading a book. See if it's something that you have a passion for. Because you don't, unfortunately, learn a lot of real estate investing at school. Definitely, I'm not saying leave school. I think school is a very important thing. But I would definitely encourage anybody who has a little bit of that bug of curiosity about real estate investing to at least read a book, learn about it, go to a real estate investing group and see what it has to offer.
Who would you like to thank you?
Oh, I would definitely like to thank, my wife has been my rock the entire time. She actually went door knocking when she was pregnant with my daughter, very pregnant. So she was a trooper. I definitely want to thank my wife, my kids, for always being very supportive. Met some wonderful investors that are not only great people, but great investors in their own right, and great friends.
How often do you hang out with the investors?
Those are all my friends. So some of them were there when my second child was born. They were there at the hospital with me. And, they've been there for every birthday party. They've been there for every meeting. And these are people who I also work with.
And I love our community because we learn together, we grow together, and we share our personal life and our business life together. What do you get inside our network?
Well, inside your network, you get to meet some people who have a lot of experience. And that's how I got started. When I first got started, I told everybody who would listen that who I was, what I do, what I'm capable of, and all I needed was somebody to partner up with me that needed what I was providing. So within a couple of weeks, I met another real estate investor in the group that had a lot of construction experience. And through him, we built our first house. And that's what really got me learning and got me going. And from there, it spiraled into 2 or 3 more deals, and 4 or 5 more deals, and 7 deals, and 8. And all of a sudden, like I said, 116, however many later, here I am.
So inside our network, what do you find inside our network itself?
Right. So inside our network, you definitely find contractors, you find investors. There's a lot. Most of the money that I've gotten through the investing community has been through funding. I have met partners. Everybody who I needed has been in this community.
I completely agree with you. Everything that I need, we just post or make a phone call, and the answer is there. Prego, we don't have to research anywhere else because I think we have everything inside our network. And I think that's what makes our life easier as an investor to be successful. And what advice do you have for people at home that is watching us right now?
Well, the best advice I could give anybody would be, first of all, if you're even curious about it, try it out. Go to an investing meeting, read a book, get yourself out there, just see if this is something for you. The next thing that I would say is network. Networking is the most important part for me. It's something that I actually thankfully got from the film business. I literally saw people get booked in major films through having some drinks at a local bar. I would say networking is the most important thing. Make friends with people. Don't just collect business cards. Make friends with people. Take them out, go grab lunch, see what interests you guys have. You never know, that might be your next business partner.
And I think it's much easier to network with someone that is local in your city, because if you meet someone that is an out of state, you are not going to build that friendship, that community that is going to be there and walk to a property together. Do you feel like that is important as well?
Absolutely. I think that's one of the most important things. You want to network with people in your community, in your area. You get not only will you guys be able to see properties together, but you're also dealing with the same ordinances, the same variances, the same city rules, the same comps. You know the area, you know what everybody's dealing with, the same sort of thing when it comes to the community. So it's a lot easier to work with people that are in your community.
Eddie, do you mind sharing the numbers with us of this property? What was the purchase price of this property?
So the purchase price of the property was $565,000.
And what is the renovation or the construction price for it?
$689,000.
And of course, what is the sales price of it?
So the sales price, like I said, the back house we sold separately. So that was $407,000.
Yes.
But the front house, we have a contract already signed. When the moment that we're done with the house and we get the certificate of occupancy, here are your keys, was $1,650,000.
Fantastic. Wow. This is the biggest deal that you have done, or you have done others as well?
This is probably the biggest one for gross profits, but I've done similar before, for sure. It's been a good year for me here.
So how does it feel to make a profit like this on a property?
Oh, it feels fantastic. It's nice to be able to make, when you factor in the loan and all that stuff, I'm making around $700,000 net on this property.
Wow, that's fantastic. I can't wait to do a deal with you now. So, and how did you end up finding this particular deal?
So I found this through my real estate agent. He's a very good friend of mine. He does a fantastic work. And he lives in this area. So he called me one day when he was walking by. And he said, "Hey, Eddie, I have this property for you that I think you might want to buy." I met the seller. They wanted $565,000. When I ran my numbers and I saw what the profit margins were, I said, let's go for it. Let's do it.